Are you serious? Are you serious, guys? I thought I'd go live right now, but although I am going to do a full live broadcast at 3 p.m. Eastern. So Sunday Night Live is actually going to be Sunday night afternoon because of travel headed back to Florida, and I got to catch a very early flight. I got to get close to the airport. So here's what I'm going to do. 3 o'clock. So I'll be live at 3 p.m. Eastern with a complete broadcast here from the frigid temperatures, 2 below zero in Indiana. 2 below zero. That's why I'm catching an early plane in the morning to go back to sunny Florida. Done. Let me just say what's going on. What? A glacier burst. It's 2 below zero in Indiana. But guys, I'm not going to complain because a glacier burst in the Himalaya mountains in India. Hundreds of people are feared dead. We know that dozens and dozens are dead, but hundreds are feared dead as many people are buried in the mud and the ice in the water that was just, and I saw it when this glacier broke. It just took out a dam, but then it just kept coming. So whoa, let me tell you more about that in just a second. But first of all, put a quick shout out right now for www.noblegoldinvestment.com. That's www.noblegoldinvestment.com. Here's the situation with this. Let me just show you something. This is what's going on. Colin Plume just wants everyone to know that he will give you this free 5 ounces of pure silver. That is Neil Armstrong's original first step on the moon, engraved in this beautiful Liberty coin, 5 ounces of pure silver. He'll give it to you for free if you qualify for a gold IRA. It's 5 ounces, solid silver, Apollo 11 coin like this can be yours for free. It's Silver Month at Noble Gold. So the new administration's finally here, and one of their big things is climate change. So you're going to see a lot of renewables need solar panels. And because of that, electric circuits and lots of other gizmos need silver, silver, silver. The price of silver is expected to skyrocket. Even Bob Kudla says by the end of the month. Colin Plume believes that by the end of February, we could see silver double. Here's what you should do. Go to noblegoldinvestment.com. That's www.noblegoldinvestment.com. Tell them Pastor Begley sent you. Call this number, 877-646-5347. Call them early Monday morning. Get in on this situation. Okay, guys, here's what's going on. It's horrific. It's terrible, but it's happening in India. And our hearts and prayers are going out as a glacier burst. That's what they're calling it. It just happened and is just now breaking. About 19 minutes ago, the news just broke. Dozens and dozens, actually, they actually anticipate hundreds of people are feared dead in India as this Himalayan glacier broke apart and crashed into a hydroelectric dam. That is insane. Let me repeat. In India, in the Himalayan glacier broke apart and then crashed into a hydroelectric dam, blowing out the dam. People were hurriedly being evacuated amid rising water levels on a nearby river. Footage from the TV channels and news agencies at ANI showed water gushing towards the dam in the northern state of Uttarakhand. I've seen the videos. They're incredible. You can actually see them over at Al Jazeera if you want to. They were washing away parts of it and whatever else was in its path. This is a horrific situation, guys. I'm telling you, this is absolute. Hundreds of people are feared dead. They know that dozens are dead. I've already seen them as they were lining up the bodies on stretchers as they were killed basically by the impact, by the ice, water, and the mud. As these people are feared dead in the Himalayan glacier, as it broke apart, it crashed into this electro dam. People were trying to get out of the way. There was a cloud of dust as the water went by. The ground shook like an earthquake, according to local inhabitants of the area on Indian TV. And speaking to reporters at a press briefing in the Dehradun, Chief Minister Singh Rat said 7 bodies had been recovered from that site, and rescue operations are still going on as people are buried in the debris of the mud. Over in another area, one of the chief secretaries there said 150 people were feared dead as the mud and ice and water crashed in on a village. They still have not got a confirmation of how many are dead there, but it is a horrific scene. And what can I say, guys? I mean, these are the kinds of things when this happens that of biblical proportion, and it's shocking. It's a horrific situation. Nobody saw this one coming. No one saw this coming. And some people are going to say, what caused a glacier to break apart? Well, part of it could be just absolute gravity. But what weakened the glacier to where it broke apart? That could have been, of course, changes in temperatures, sun hitting exactly a certain point. We've heard Mike from around the world say that the sun is now starting to heat up in different locations. Most of the missing workers at the 2 power plants that were battered by the deluge caused by a huge chunk of the glacier that broke off a mountainside upstream come crashing into the dam. There were also another 50 workers at another plant at the Rishai Ganga plant, and we don't know what happened to them. Okay. And then we found out at another location at the Tapavan, there's 20 people trapped inside a tunnel. They don't know if they're dead or alive. They're digging through with a hoe, and that's what you saw in the picture on the thumbnail. They're digging through a hoe trying to get to about 20 people who are in a tunnel that has been sealed over by the raging water and mud that come crashing in. Hundreds of troops have been deployed. Paramilitary personnel are being sent in. Military helicopters are arriving to try to do rescue and recovery. And aircraft is also being sent in from around the region. President Modi has said this is a horrific situation. The dams, also other dams downstream, are being evacuated as the water is rushing in from the flooded Akakananda River. Also, witnesses saw a wall of dust and rocks and water as an avalanche started roaring down a river valley. And this is all cascading from the breaking off of a huge Himalayan glacier, breaking apart, crashing into a hydroelectric power plant, breaking through the dam, causing massive water, ice, mud, debris, raging through the river, ripping through villages, blasting through other plants, burying people along the way, and triggering more landslides and rock falls. This is of apocalyptic, catastrophic, a cataclysmic event of biblical proportion. And this is all part, when you start thinking about Mike from around the world and the 5 waves of energy, how that the gravitational pull is going to start causing these types of events. And remember what Mike said last Thursday? I said, Mike, we'll interview you again this coming Thursday. He said, we'll bring a seatbelt and a helmet when you come. He's also anticipating an impact, or at least a meteor explosion somewhere. And we just got information an hour ago that there was an explosion, a meteorite over Malaysia. And we're going to try to find out more about that. But that may not be the one he's even talking about. We're supposed to have one today. Let's see. No, one tomorrow. We're supposed to have one tomorrow. And then we're supposed to have one by next Thursday. These are incoming fragments of asteroids that are also coming in. So witnesses said they saw a wall of dust and rocks and water as the avalanche roared down in the river valley. It came very fast, and there was no time to alert anyone. traveling of about 200 to 300 miles an hour. There was no way to, you could even react. And you have to understand the Himalayan mountain area and regions. I've been to India. I've been up in those areas. There's nobody got a cell phone. I mean, some do, but it's very rare. Okay, you know what I'm saying? There's just no way. So villages on the hillsides overlooking the sacred river were evacuated. Local authorities have reported that several districts are been put on high alert. I've seen the raging waters. It is insane. I might be actually be able to play a little bit of sound for you on one. Just, I don't know if it will or not. Let me see here. Give me 1 second. It's just crazy what's going on here. And to think that 150 people at one location may be dead, 50 at another, 20 guys inside of a tunnel may be buried alive, not counting the villages. We just don't know. And the avalanche, how many did that kill? What about the rocks that are falling, the rivers that are flooding? People don't even know it's coming. It's insane, okay? It is absolutely
Dozens
insane.
of people are dead after part of a Himalayan glacier collapsed. It has sent a torrent of water rushing down a river where a hydroelectric power station and several villages are positioned. Several communities have been put on high alert for flooding, and people are being evacuated further downstream. We have a look at it on the map. We're talking very northern parts of India here, up through, well, close to the Himalayas, obviously. This is Rishi Ganga, which is one of the rivers which have been affected. And as the map swings around, you'll get an idea, first of all, of the proximity of the Himalayas there, from where the glacier has broken off. And then as you come down the Rishi Ganga River, we find one smaller dam there, and then further down a large hydroelectric project further downstream in one of the other rivers. I've just lost it at the moment. No, there it is. Coming down here as well, the Tapavan Mandir. So a lot of villages, and as we say, two big hydroelectric.
So two big hydroelectric plants. One's been completely blown away because it was in the right close to where the glacier broke off, and the water and the glacier and the ice, it just blew that one away. Now you got this raging tsunami of water coming down the river. It's taking out a couple smaller plants. It's headed toward another larger one downstream. It's wiping out villages as it goes and triggering other landslides and rock slides and avalanches as it comes down. So this is a cascading problem. It's of biblical proportion. It is, there's no question, catastrophic, cataclysmic, apocalyptic, of biblical proportion event taking place right now in India as we speak. The good news for those of you who are wondering about our folks in India, Reverend Sammy Knight does not live in that area. The orphanage is not there. The church he pastors there, where I've been and have preached in, that's not there. And also the 72 evangelists that we've was able to supply them. Guys, thank you so much for your faithful giving, because we was able to give all 72 of those pastors shirts and pants for Christmas, all brand new shirts and pants to wear. Plus the children got clothing, all of that. None of those preachers are in that area. They're in 5 different regions of India, but not that area. That is so northern Himalaya. That's not where they're at. So they should be all fine. But the people that are in that area are really, 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 really in the path of a situation that is devastating. I want you to pray for all of them. Okay, please pray for India today. Now, there's a lot more going on, and I'll be back at 3 p.m. Eastern for my Sunday night live broadcast. So I'll be back. Guys, I hope you will get notified. Please subscribe right now if you haven't subscribed, or you might say, well, I am subscribed. Check and see if you are. Hit it again. Hit the bell. Make sure you get notified. We're trying every way in the world to get around the censorship. Now, we've been getting unbelievable positive feedback from this webinar V. Unbelievable. Some people are saying that the interview I did with Dr. Carey and Pastor Casper McLeod blew them away, the information in. I told you it was good. I've also heard people who are saying to me that they absolutely couldn't believe how awesome Shepard Ambellis's interview was. He was remarkable. Also, we're getting a lot of great feedback of the interview we did with Bishop Athanasius Snyder from Kazakhstan. He's incredible, and I told you you'd really like him. He is really, really a wonderful man. And then Mike from around the world, everybody, of course, wanted to hear that one. It got censored. It got censored on a non-censor site. Incredible, but he does work for the federal government. And all I can figure, and people have asked me, would I go back and re-listen to it and try to fill in some of the blanks? What I'm guessing is in 2 or 3 of those spots, Mike may have gotten too close to something classified. It didn't mean he revealed any classified information, but he may have gotten too close. I told you he was no holds barred. So there was some censorship on it. Still, it's a great interview. He is awesome in this. And I'll try to find out more about what the missing pieces were. We did not, it's recorded like that, and that's how it came out. I'm going to go back and look and see if we have a saved, in other words, what we put on the DVD. I'm going to see if that is different, if there's more there. I don't know the answer to that yet, just to be honest with you. Areas, okay, but still, I would like to have known what those 2 or 3 little points were that it went silent on him. Other than that, though, we're getting, yet people are still raving about that interview with Mike from around the world. And also, Dr. Carla Dean Graves. Now, it's further down the list. Some people haven't gotten down to her yet, but those who did, who skipped down and watched her interview, are saying incredible information. I told you. And Derek Gilbert, unbelievable. I told you. Okay. Larry Ragland. We even got some people who said to us, hey, thank you for putting Bishop Larry Ragland on there, because he really encouraged me in such a time as this. And also Sister Heidi, her explanation about silver during this time was very informative and really helped some people. So anyway, guys, check it all out. Look, and if you say, Pastor, I wish I could still get a ticket, you can. This webinar will be up for 90 days. There's still 87 days left. So get your ticket and watch it. It's up for 90 days. Or do this. If you want the DVD, it's now available. If you want the DVD, it's now available. Tara, tell them to get their tickets at my website, okay? Because we had that link there had some issues. So send them to the website to get their ticket, and then we'll send them their link. What's incredible is, thank you, Tara, so much. And also, Tara, if you've got the DVD link, put that up there too, okay? Now, so we have the ticket is $70, and you can go there and get your ticket and watch the entire webinar. It's going to be up for another 87 days. But if you wanted the DVD, it's yours. You get to keep it forever. Go to our website and order your webinar. Go get your DVD, and that's $75 because that's going to be, I think it's, I forgot how many DVDs it is, 12 to 8, and is it 8 and 4? Something like that. And the shipping's free. Okay. The shipping's free. So we'll, to help offset the shipping and the production of the DVDs. How long will the DVD be available? The DVDs are yours. So we will ship them to you. When will they be available? They will be, Heidi's saying they'll be available in 6 to 8 weeks. I think Heidi told me, she said, be safe and say 8 to 10, but she said, you're looking at 6 to 8 maybe. So get your DVD order in right now. If you want the DVD, they're actually going into production starting tomorrow. They'll start producing them. Okay. And the DVD is $75. It's a little more because it's more DVDs than we normally do. We have a lot more speakers than we normally do, a lot more hours, and we will also ship it to you for free. So that's why we had to bump it just a hair on the price, just to help offset a lot higher cost of production, but we want to get everybody get their hands on it. And just like I said was going to happen, this webinar is controversial, very controversial when you talk about V. Yes, look at Samuel Farish says Shepard Ambellis was awesome. I agree with you. Even Agent 2020 called me and said that the interview I did with Shepard Ambellis, he said, was the greatest interview I've ever done in 11 years. And that's coming from Agent 2020. That's how good Shepard Ambellis was. It was incredible. But I got other people tell me no, that the interview I did with Dr. Carrie Madej and Pastor Casper McLeod, the opening interview, they're saying what blew them away and was the best interview they ever seen. And others are saying that still Mike from around the world, even though it was censored in 2 or 3 spots, was still incredible. And I told you it would be. And guys, don't forget Derek and Sharon Gilbert. A lot of folks ain't even got down into there yet. There's some of the real meat of this thing. I mean, theirs is incredible. That's what I was trying to tell you. This is by far the most informative webinar we've ever done. It didn't get the hype maybe that some would because of what's the word I'm looking for? The controversy of the subject. But it's incredible. There you go. Tara's telling you right now. So you can get your V ticket. You can still order your ticket. We'll send your link to you today, and you can still watch it for 87 days. Or you can get your DVD, and you can order that today. It'll be shipped to you. You'll get it probably in 8 weeks, and that's yours forever. That's the hard copy of everything. That's the DVDs. And Tara is showing you right there in the chat room how you can get that. So I just wanted to let everybody know because we are being inundated with emails, and this is with a lot of praise. People are saying, thank you, thank you. This answered the questions. This really answered my questions. So I'm glad. But guys, at 3:00 today, we've got some incredible information. You won't believe you talk about crazy. A glacier burst, flooding, landslide, rock slides, mudslides, ice, and blowing away power plants, all in India. We have a biblical locust swarm in Somalia that will blow your mind. We had an explosion, a meteorite, a mysterious meteor exploding over Malaysia. And then we've got some incredible information. There's a whole lot more, guys. I mean, there's so much more. I don't even know how I'm going to get it all done. I'm at 3:00. I'll be back. 3:00. Sunday Night Live will be at 3 p.m. Eastern. I will see you then. God bless all of you. Are you serious? Are you serious? Something biblical's going on, and it's 2 degrees below zero in Indiana. What? I'm going back to Florida. I'm serious.